What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode. We got a big one coming up this week. A little more wrestling fun. Bash of Berlin, August 30th. Is that correct date? 30th? 29th? Is it 30th? I don't know what day it is. 31st. That's what day it is. August 31st. Bash Berlin. Some decent matches. I'll call them that at best. I'm not going to go overboard and say they're amazing matches, but I think it's going to be a decent one. I don't think it's going to be any better than the last one, but should be it should be fun to watch. But I don't like it's at midday. Midday stuff sucks. I need to stop doing midday. I complain the entire time.
Yeah, I don't mind middays.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Are you alive?
I'm here. I'm here. What you don't know is I was messing with the live stream that we were doing right now, and audio was good, but yeah, we froze.
I saw it was lagging.
So
Yep, I saw it was lagging.
Ended it. Fuck this TikTok updates.
Try to go again later.
It's whatever. I've mentioned this before because you absolutely fucking hate midday shit. I don't care about it because I'm home. I'm home. So.
No, kids always have something going on, or it's like I can't. I guess my main thing is, I think I've said it before, is that like the whole growing up, it used to be on Sundays, 7:00 on Sundays.
You also have to pay $60 every night for it.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Cable.
Also, but so you had to have a provider of some kind. But even then, it was still later in the afternoon, kind of the last thing into the night type thing. Well, the last things you're gonna do before you go to bed and whatnot. But like I can't. If it's not football, I can't get into it in the middle of the day. Like I have a hard time with wrestling in the middle of the day. Football, fine. I'm used to that. That's something I've had forever. But like wrestling is I'll sit down and enjoy it. Into the day, which I'll probably end up having. I'll probably have having this on and watching it on my phone, like I did the last 4 that they've had in the middle of the day.
All of them.
Since that's all they've had a shit ton.
Well,
this year.
they're growing their international presence, and they want to make it known.
It's known. It's known, and it's annoying.
I don't think it's known too much though. Or else,
really?
Yeah.
It's good.
Is it though? This is one of the. This is a new premiere live event. Technically, this is not one they've done before. This is the first time they're ever hosting a PLE in Germany. I think this is the first time they've even held a live show over in Germany since like when Bret Hart was still in. That's when we got the first European champion.
Was it then?
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to remember. I can't remember.
Yeah, there's British Bulldog and Owen Hart. And did I read that from a script? Yes. Because I saw a preview about it earlier today.
Yes, I did.
This is one of those, like, I don't know, when I hear like Bash at Berlin, it gives certain vibes, I guess would be the best way to put it. I don't know.
Street fight grudge match.
Yeah. It sounds like it's gonna be a lot of like hardcore matches, just like brawl out, beat down type. And if you look at the match
lineup, like Bad Blood.
Yeah, which is in October.
Next month.
Is it next? I thought it's October.
It's the next one. I thought.
Yeah, it's the next PLE.
Yeah, the next pay-per-view after this.
Just call it PLE, man. You're hurting my SEOs here.
Nope.
But like, if you look at the match, there's only one stipulation match. That's it. Or not stipulation match. Yeah, stipulation technically. Alternate match, however you want to call it. Gimmick match. It's the strap match. But our 5 matches for this PLE is the Undisputed WWE Champion Cody Rhodes versus Kevin Owens, World Heavyweight Champion Gunther versus Randy, or Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley versus Dirty Dom and Liv Morgan in a mixed tag match, CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre in a strap match. Not what you're thinking, guys, even though it is 2024. WWE Women's Tag Team Champion, the Unholy Union versus Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill. Like, that's the match.
This is the first time they've had the women's tag title on a pay-per-view in a while since Jade and Bianca had it.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So like without, and it just kind of shits on it even more. Like without them, they don't have it on there.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh yeah, this division sucks. Oh, you want to give it to these two? Because I'm pretty sure that's who's going to end up with it again. Or we have the heel turn, which doesn't need to happen.
Not yet. No.
At all.
Even though we are getting those vibes, so to speak. I'm just gonna punch my microphone a bunch of times.
I mean,
we are getting those vibes right now of a setup for a heel turn. So it's gonna happen. It's probably gonna happen before the end of this year. Definitely has to happen by WrestleMania 41, though.
I don't think she's ready.
I don't think she's gonna have a choice. I think this is gonna be like sink or swim
make or break. Yeah,
because
I don't think she's ready.
I don't think this is doing Bianca. Let's just start with that match. WWE Women's Tag Team Champion Unholy Union versus Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill. Bianca's not benefiting from this at all. It has essentially taken a very predominant singles women's champion such as Bianca Belair and demoted her super heavily, like below even mid tier. Because the women's tag titles, or even the women's tag team, men's tag team, they're a fucking joke, and they're your entry titles. They're the ones like, ooh, let's see how you get over on the crowd. Oh, the crowd likes just one of you, not both of you. Ooh, split you up. But correct me if I'm wrong, but that's exactly how it feels every time. But Bianca's not benefiting at all from this duo anymore.
No.
So like the heel turn is inevitable. It has to happen. It's just a matter of, does it happen at Survivor Series or does it happen at WrestleMania? They cannot waste this heel turn on one of these minor PLEs.
And the heel turn we're talking about is the obvious of Jade becoming heel, not Bianca.
Yeah, Bianca can't turn heel, even though
Jade will more than likely not be a heel for a very long time.
She may never be a heel.
She very well could, but I don't think with the way that the face that she carries with a lot of things. Yeah, she's. I mean, right now she's the female John Cena with the way that she has her positivity and everything else following behind her.
Yep.
With the EST and everything else, so I don't know.
But I mean, Jay did better work in AEW as a heel.
But I mean, outside of to get that actual match part. Oh yeah.
Let's not just break apart this team. Yes.
I don't know anything about that. Like the way that this match, I mean, it should be one-sided. I don't see this match lasting very long. I don't think it's going to be a boring match, but I don't think it's going to be overly exciting either.
I think it's going to be a boring match.
I really have no idea about how it's going to go.
It all depends on if we're getting the Unholy Union from NXT days or if we're getting the Unholy Union call-up. Because those are two drastically different teams. And they're treated very drastically different. So, if it's NXT, this could be a really good match. And I hope it is, now that we have 100% Triple H backing everything and in charge of everything, and it's no longer Vince's cronies. There we go. this could be a good match, but this is also one of those like it's either going to be great or it's going to be shit. There's no middle ground. If it's very one sided, we know it's going to be Jade and Bianca winning it. Because it doesn't make sense otherwise. But this needs to be one like Jade.
No,
Jade can't just be.
Yeah, I'm not too
cap.
excited about this one. It's going to be.
You gonna finish that thought process?
No, not at all. I have no. I'm trying to think. I don't know where to go with this match. Like I don't like the heel turn, the separation of these two. Like I want it to happen because it needs to happen. But again, they have no like big name tag like names with the titles, so the titles are just gonna float around. Like yes, the women's division sucks. We've covered that. We know that. Like they don't put a spotlight on it. They never have. They only do with these two whenever they have the titles. So if they're trying to use these two to try and boast it,
been Charlotte fucking Flair. Always been Charlotte fucking Flair. That's the spotlight, and now that she hasn't been in the freaking business for 6 months now, I'm not saying they're suffering.
Well, I mean, if you
Charlotte
wait for it,
didn't bring anything to it, but she did. Well, I mean, she's Ric Flair's fucking daughter.
I mean, she's brought enough to it. I mean, she's your ultimate heel.
Cool. Give me the last name Flair and put me in the wrestling business and see how well that draws attention to. Oh my god, there's another Flair that can wrestle. He's so good. No, be dog shit like Flair and everybody still be like, woo. I wasn't such a controversy. Yeah. I think the whole Flair line. I'll just make that hot take. The whole Flair line. Not great. Not great.
That's a tough one to throw out there.
Nope. Pretty easy, actually. I just did it. Did pretty easy. The only people that are worse than them is Hogan. Anyways, back to this.
You mean Sammy Hogan?
That too. Sammy and Hulk, either one. This is one of the weird ones. This is how I would book it. I'm gonna just go with the unholy union, and hopefully I'm somewhat correct. I think my score on all this, like my streak, is gonna be abysmal. I think I'm gonna get 2 of these right out of 5. Very generous. 2. 1 for sure. 2's pushing it for me. This is how I would book this tag match. Is to set up for the heel turn. Is to have the unholy union win. And make it where like kind of break the mold where it's always been Bianca going in and just like running ramshot until she gets exhausted, and then she does a hot tap on Jade, who comes in and finishes up the last couple minutes and the match is over. Is make Jade get in there and actually put the work in and show like, she's not putting the beating on Unholy Union. They're still standing their ground to a degree, and make it where Jade has to tag Bianca, but is unable to, and Jade gets pinned, and Bianca and Jade kind of like get upset with each other. Bianca, of course, is like, it's okay, we'll get it next time, and Jade's pissed off because she lost, but she's the one that got pinned. Because they've been doing a very good job of like protecting Jade and not letting her look weak. They can make Bianca take a pin from call-ups and not look weak because she's well established. Jade is still being established, and her being made look weak and being made look like the weak link between the two of them would make her kind of give that heel aura of, I'm fucking sick of this. You're holding me back. You weren't there when I tagged. And you can reverse it too. You can make it where Bianca like needs to tag Jade, and Jade just isn't there. But that leads more for Bianca turning because she'd be frustrated if she didn't get the tag. So it has to be Jade that takes the pinfall and lose. and lets her get mad, because we've already seen she's pretty hot headed when she needs to be.
Yeah.
So making her the fault and the reason, and everybody calling out in the tag division. They can have a couple more months as a tag team, and then light the fuse.
I mean, yeah, they could. I think really the big thing between these two, obviously, they're both going to be, if Jay can prove herself to become, a singles competitor, really do something. These two will end up at WrestleMania at some point, if that's what it's all going to build up to. Now, if Jay can do it all by herself, which I don't think she's going to be able to. I don't think it's gonna be as good as they want it to be. So I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do with it. I plan on seeing the majority of those two probably break up after this this match, but not here. I see it more on a SmackDown.
I see them saving it for a big four pay per view. Ideally, either Survivor Series or
With the titles though. So if they say if they win the titles this Saturday
No.
and then end up losing them and breaking up then.
No. I kind of want it to be. So this is their rematch, right? Because they had their rematch and they got interference. So this would be the first full uninterrupted rematch. I would have them honestly face off, do the tag match, lose this Saturday, have another like number one's contender type thing, and have them win, but by the smallest of margins, and where it's like it's Bianca that wins, not Jade. To again hit home on how weak of a link Jade is, and then let them have one last title match at Bad Blood. At that point, Jade gets pinned again, costing them the match. And then by Survivor Series, they're just struggling and they explode.
At what point do they stop doing the number one contender tournaments? Because they've had 5 or 6 over the last 2 or 3 months.
I think until
Intercontinental's
they get an
had 2 of
established
them.
team.
Well, I'm saying Intercontinental's had 2 or 3 of them, and then
It's all
yes,
Raw. I don't think US has had any. Or not US, sorry. SmackDown.
I don't know, but they did
US
for
title,
the.
yeah, that's right.
Do they have one for the women's title? Because I mean,
Yeah.
it's getting old with the one number one contender like tournaments. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, I don't know. I think we spent way too much time on this match.
We spent more time on Bianca and Jade than we had the actual match.
Yeah.
I'm taking on Holy Union. Hopefully, this is just like stepping stone of the demise of the team. The team that has no name, by the
No, they don't need one. They don't need to be a damn tag team.
way. They won't.
But they're going to get the titles.
You going with it?
I think they get the titles. Yeah, I think they get the titles. I don't think they push them out longer without having titles. That's the only way I think they can really push it, is in having a title.
They can push shit for fucking 4 years.
Or yes, they can. I just don't. They don't. It's true. Look at Gunther.
Yeah, that's piece of shit. Anyways, let's move up this list.
Piece of shit.
Fucking, so annoyed. Anyways, we'll get to that soon. We're gonna save the world titles for the last two. CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre in a strap match. This is 2 of 3. You know I'm right because there's a whole fucking PLE called Bad Blood.
I know. I agree. Like, this is one of the ones that I agree, but it's like, why don't they just call it the bracelet match?
Why don't they call this the Bracelet Saga?
I mean, it's their bracelet match. It's what they want. It's all about the bracelet. So I mean, obviously the first match with Seth as the guest referee, cool, was a chance for them to all kind of get in the ring at the same time without having Seth actually too involved. And the fact that I don't think he's 100% cleared since he's gone again. But these two again in a strap match, which whatever, this gimmick match. Cool. They're gonna beat the hell out of each other.
It'd be more
Which
interesting if
CM
it's
Punk
the
did on
other type
Monday.
of strap. Just saying.
I don't think I'd want to watch that one. So if you want to watch them guys run around like that, cool.
First one to attach it to your opponent wins.
Where I look like New Day with the unicorns.
Yep. Yep.
But I really don't care about this match. Like I'm over these. I'm over Drew McIntyre. I'm done with him. Like his whole crybaby gimmick stuff that he's had for a while, and now he's just cuts promos and chases CM Punk around. Like they've extended him out way too long with everything.
And I think that has to do with Seth, though. I think that's the reason why.
I think it does too. But then they've incorporated CM Punk now too. So I mean, if you bring Seth back, which one of these two fall off? It's Drew McIntyre.
Yeah.
So I mean, he's just biding his time until Seth comes back, and then he's gonna fade into somewhere else and not be relevant.
I think he'll fade, but I think he'll basically fade into obscurity for a little bit, come back with his Broken Dreams music, and then he'll be put back in the world heavyweight picture.
Which will be back with these two. Between Seth and CM Punk.
Unfortunately, yes. Unfortunately, yes.
So I mean that's where it's gonna be at.
So I still have CM Punk just because again, this is a definite 2 out of 3. Drew won last one. This is Punk's turn. They'll face off a third time at Bad Blood here in a month and a half, whenever that is.
Yeah, I don't know, but it's cool in this match, I guess. I don't know. I wanted to see him beat the hell out of CM Punk. That's all I really want to see. I want to see him just keep the bracelet to just drive him nuts. Besides, that's all it is. Drew McIntyre beats the hell out of CM Punk. And who won the first one between, was it Drew or CM Punk?
Drew, I just said it.
Oh, I didn't even hear you. I don't know if your audio was cutting out or not, but I didn't hear it.
You weren't listening. It's okay.
No, that too. Yeah, so I say, well, okay, then if he won the first one, no, he won't win this one.
There you go. Join the club.
So no, it'll set up to the one that you're saying. This one I agree with because yes, it will be a third one at Bad Blood. So yeah, no.
Otherwise, if say Drew wins this, he's won 2 out of 3. Where does CM Punk go? He fades. Where does Drew McIntyre go? He fades. Because neither one of them right now are in the title picture slot, either for IC or World Heavyweight. They're not there yet. That's where Seth comes into play.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it has to be Punk. Again, I'm not invested. I've been over this series or this saga, whatever you want to call it, for a while, even before their official first match together, just because it's so fucking drawn out. I get it's because Punk was injured and he couldn't get in the ring and wrestle or throw hands or anything, but at the same time, Drew has been a literal broken record week after week after week after week after week, saying the exact
I think
same
you
shit.
can tell I think you can tell it's taking a toll on him as well.
Yeah.
Even the way he's not fully invested to it anymore. Yes, he's doing decent promos, but you can tell just the way he's doing it. It's like, yes, I'm out here talking about the same thing because I cannot go any deeper into this because I've said everything I can say.
No.
I can repeat myself and point at the bracelet and everything else.
I will say,
like,
this is probably some of his best promo work though that he's done in a while, because he's normally very
he has to
on the mic, and this is like first time like, oh, he can actually talk. He can actually formulate a sentence structure properly to attack his opponent in a visceral, verbal way, instead of just being like, do you know who I am? The Scottish warrior. Here's my big giant broadsword that doesn't really cut because watch me hit a rope. Oh, I almost snapped my sword in half.
Yeah.
Anybody else
So I mean,
remember?
yes,
No?
he's elevating his promo game at this point, but like it's towards the end of his run.
Yeah,
And
it
not like
needs
he's
to
ending
wrap
anytime
up
soon, but like
the series. Yeah, yeah.
it's getting there. Yeah.
The feud needs
It's
to be
like,
over.
okay, cut your promos up. Yeah.
All right, so CM Punk for
So
both
yeah,
of
so we're
us.
agreeing to Yep.
Let's move on to the Terror Twins, Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley versus the New Judgment Day, Dirty Dominic, Mysterio, and Liv Morgan. Before we start this, there seems to be a copy and paste error issue going on in WWE right now. Let's take the Bloodline.
What do you mean?
Copy and paste it to Bloodline. New Judgment Day. Let's copy and paste it a second time and make the New Judgment Day 3.0. I'm waiting for LWO. They're next. They haven't been copy and pasted yet. Oh, I guess they are. They're 2.0. Where's the Brothers of Destruction? Where's that 2.0? Where's DX 2.0?
That's a DIY.
Don't you fucking bring
R-Truth. R-Truth coined that one for them. That's a new DX.
fucking R-Truth.
They even came out dressed like him and everything. I hate mixed tag matches because they're so double standard, one-sided. Females can do what they want to males. Males cannot touch females. If you saw what Rhea did or tried to do, her move that she needs to stop doing on Monday.
The Riptide?
It drives me. Yes, it needs to stop. I can't stand that move. She never hits it right. It's a complete disaster every time. Unless it's Zelina Vega, she can't hit it.
Yeah, they had to be like super light.
Well, she hit. Well, maybe it was just JD McDonough's gigantic head that got in the way, but
oh my!
Like she didn't hit it correct on him.
All right, so hold on. Back up to JD. So because I was watching it today, and I was watching the in-ring promo. He only got like maybe 10 seconds, 15 seconds on the mic. But the way he talks, his chin moves so much, and he has a big ass head, so it doesn't ever align. And he's always trying to like look back here. It's like, dude, fucking stop.
He's a South Park character. Kick the baby. Don't kick the baby.
That's honestly the best. It's the best description of him in South Park. Yes. Just oh my god, he that drew my attention away from everything else that was happening on the promo. It's like, you look. Why are you given a mic, dude? Wear a mask. I may have a mask wouldn't help. You're just one big ass forehead, and he just like big ass fucking head. I think his head is wider than his body. He needs
a bigger torso.
Anyways,
it is. It's a bobblehead. It doesn't work.
That really hurt my jaw doing that. I don't care for mix. I don't hate them, but I'm not like, oh my god, let's do more mix. This is just one of those where like I could see Rhea taking a bump from Dominic. If any woman's gonna take a bump,
like thrown into.
I mean, like Dom hits her, like either slaps her.
I don't think he'll do it.
No, but if any of these women are do it on the roster, Rhea's the one that could take it the most.
Oh yeah, I mean, you take Rhea or Nia Jax or something like that, but yeah,
Nia Jax would be a bitch about it. She was about the RKO for like 2-3 months later. I don't want to listen to that again. But I don't know.
And plus,
that's what happened with China too.
That's a different story. It's a whole different beast. Whole different beast.
Is it though?
Speaking of that, you never saw
Kurt Angle. Don't you shut up.
Wrestle, did you?
You never saw Kurt Angle? You never saw China and Kurt Angle, you dumbass.
Her and Kurt Angle. I said her and Kurt Angle.
You said Kurt. Yeah. Anyways,
I said
yeah, I saw that meme too. I almost said it to you. I was like, no, I'm not starting this tonight. We're not doing this tonight. Not giving him fire. Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley have to win this.
Do they?
They do.
Yeah. What do they gain? Like, why? Why do they have to win this?
because they had the title of Terror Twins, and they cut a promo saying "We are your devils." Like, otherwise, it basically undermines everything about their character and their gimmicks and everything. So
Everything about the Judgment Day and Terror Twins are a joke. Like
I'm
it's
not
it
I'm not
all needs to
arguing with
just be
that.
disbanded.
Not arguing with that,
It's a
but
joke. Like it's these two are like he lost his title. Now they have no idea what to do with him. She lost her title. What do we do with her?
well,
Like,
I'm
okay.
I'm still confident that Priest will be back in the world title picture really soon.
He can be in the I
He
don't
has a rematch clause anyways.
he can
Sorry,
have a rematch
sorry,
clause. It's
sorry.
gonna
Let me
be
rephrase that. He may or may not have a rematch clause if it's pertinent to the storyline. Because some people get rematch clause, other people don't. Like Kevin Owens has pointed out many times.
yeah.
It's just fucking like rematch clauses are out,
You have
and then 6 months later, rematch clause. Continuity. Well, I'm asking.
because at this point you're gonna have obviously Gunther is already champion right now. Randy Orton. You have Damien to throw him in there. McIntyre, Punk, and Rollins. There's 6 guys right there that they're going to be your top heavyweight contenders. They want to throw eventually the guy that has the damn event in his name, main event for Jay, if he ever does anything. So
When
they
the
were push
IC
him or
no,
not, I don't know.
I think they missed the buck on Jay. I think they fucked up on
Oh,
that one.
they'll get it eventually. Like they do with LA Knight. 2 or 3 years after he's 100% over.
I I don't know. But that said, though, no, hold on. We'll get no because IC's not on here. They have a tournament right now going on. Anyways,
Yes.
between these two, I get also Dominic and Liv have had the upper hand, and unfortunately, I think this is a part of a three-peat match for Rhea and Liv.
I can take everything to 3 feet.
No, correct me if I'm wrong. Did Rhea and Liv not just face off at the last PLE? Oh, okay. Did Liv just win? Oh, she did. Okay, so there's one. Now they're suspiciously having a mixed tag match. Priest doesn't need to be in the ring with Dominic at all. There's like that makes no
No.
fucking point. It was Finn Balor who inevitably screwed Priest over and made him lose his match. Not Dominic. So
They can't
these two don't need to
they
be
can't redo the
in the
90s
ring.
match. They can't have the down custody match all over again between those two.
That's what they're doing right now.
So they, I know, but they had to. So that's why I threw Damien in there. They can't have a custody battle over him because that is set the right precedence for what they stand for right now.
They don't
But
want to
yet
let
they'll have
everybody know
a mixed tag
you
match.
can actually adopt a full grown adult. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. You don't get a tax break, but that's fair. Uh just in my head, this makes sense to Live one, Rhea's gonna win, or
We're not getting, we're
Priest
not
is
getting
gonna
into
win,
your head.
and then Bad Blood. Like it makes sense for Judgment Day to still be intertwined with these two and Bad Blood. And I think
Bad
that
Blood, I
that
can see a
I
bigger
hope
team. You'll see Judgment Day against whatever monstrosity they put together.
I I think we're gonna see. I hope they do it because I love the theory of family betraying family, which is why Chad's being attacked by White Sick, is because he betrayed his quote unquote family, his team members. Judgment Day betrayed their team members, so why not make them the next target after Chad Gable? I like that because that's also a big team versus a big team.
Mm-hmm.
So, but they also don't need to have that. Liv doesn't need to have the title on the line at all if she still has it. If that happens. But again, I also think it's what gives Rhea her title back. It's Bad Blood.
Maybe she's away from Judgment Day. She'll be somewhat exciting or something because with Judgment Day, she was horrible.
Well, seeing as
She
Natalie's
was
not there
super
anymore to
stale.
have 12 matches against her, I think we should be good now. Back.
We'll see, but it's not. It's not going to work.
Two back. I think Natty had like 5 title matches back to back with. Yeah.
That could have been.
I lost count when I got annoyed. I was like, this is shit. So who do you
So
have?
you're taking. I'm taking living Dom.
I'm taking Damien and Rhea. I also just don't like Dom. And it makes me very upset with Liv that she's fucking.
Oh yeah, no, I did. That's yes, 100%.
Like you can do better. I know you can. Why are we being an on-screen match with this person?
She's living her best single life right now as well.
Well, if Dominic has apparently the best of 3 worlds. He had Rhea, he gets Liv, and he has a wife.
Mm-hmm. Who wife is 100% all for it and everything.
Yeah, because
she
she
talked
can
about
separate
she talked on the talked about on Logan Paul's podcast.
Yeah, I know. I listened to it.
And then asked him about Japan.
He earlier this week too, he got asked by somebody if he would be allowed to wrestle in Japan. He never answers yes or no. He just says, if they ever invited me over, I would go. But he doesn't say yes or no, like he can or cannot. He just says, if they ever invited me or it was a big enough event.
Yeah, that was in that interview or that podcast they had with Dom.
Yeah, yes, with Dom. In another interview where somebody else was interviewing Logan, not Logan interviewing Dom, they brought up, could you ever wrestle in Japan? And he said, he literally mimics the exact same thing. He regurgitates it. And it's with some bald dude who's also with WWE. I forget his name. But
I don't think he's allowed in Japan.
No. As of a few years ago, he wasn't. When the whole video came out. No.
Because that was was that within 5 years ago? I don't know how long ago it was.
Really screwed all that up for a sense of time.
Mm-hmm.
I'll check.
Because they were, I think that's. I don't think it was the same guy. Or it might have been the same guy who was explaining the story to Undertaker as well. And he's like, "What the fuck?" But yeah, it's when was
2017.
2020.
2017. Logan Paul uploaded a video.
Apology was in 18.
What's the point of fucking talking?
It's 7 years ago. Interesting.
I guess it would have been because my daughter was born that year.
Yeah, that's fine.
You're old.
Yeah, 2017. Then
you were in your 30s back then.
It was in my 32 years ago.
Yeah, I was in my 20s. Look at that. You were almost double my age back then.
Whatever.
All right. Anyways, move on. We have World Heavyweight Champion Gunther versus Randy Orton. And before anybody says, "Well, they can't have him lose," they can't have him lose in his home country. No.
Yes, you can.
That's the one fucking thing I've seen all over social media is they can't just screw somebody in their country. I was like, Drew McIntyre twice, Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens.
Oh yes, it can happen, and it will happen.
CM Punk, I believe, got screwed over in Chicago with the title.
I think it's number 15 for Orton this time, putting one behind.
Yes.
See, I think that's where it goes. I am looking forward to this match because I do think it's gonna be a decent match. Randy's able to push Gunther, and I think Gunther can keep up with Randy at this point.
I think this will
So
be
it
the
should
ultimate.
be entertaining.
I think this will be a true test if Gunther can carry the heat and get over with the crowd. Uh, I think this will be like on the fly type call. I am going with Randy for the theory of Randy getting to 15 and then being able to get back to 16, and then I still want it to be Randy wins, loses at John Cena. John Cena gets to 17. Randy takes it back from him and retires him next year. But Cena also doesn't need the title. And he's already said that too. So he doesn't need it, but if it fits and it works properly with the story, he's open to it, but he's not gonna say yes.
I'd like for it to be like Cena to have the title and them to be tied, and for Randy to win it and then becoming the, this 17 or 18 with one over Cena, which would have to be 18 at that point.
They would. I don't think they're gonna let. You think they would have two people surpass Flair in 1 year?
Oh yeah, I do.
I mean, I don't.
They're erasing history.
I don't hate.
They're
it.
erasing history of
They
everything else.
Should.
So yeah, I do.
They should.
I think they're going to.
Not with.
I don't see why they wouldn't.
They shouldn't be erasing history, but
with John Cena being their godchild of everything when it comes to WWE, and then Randy Orton being who he is as well. And it's two big icons who have not done anything but everything for the company. John Cena, everything he's done.
Randy's got in trouble
and everything
with the
Randy
company.
But he hasn't gone anywhere. He's been loyal to the company the entire time as well.
Listen, he went to jail.
Who hasn't? Well, you haven't lived.
I told you I was in the Air Force.
They told us no, so we listened.
It's like the first
so
question.
I have this match being a decent match.
Did you ever go to jail? Yes. You gotta go join the Army or the Marines. Did you go to jail and get fucked? Sorry, Navy. I can say that joke.
But he was from the Army. Yeah, it happened.
He was.
I do have this one being match of the night as well.
I agree.
Randy, I have this one being match of the night.
I
think it's gonna be a good match.
This hurts me to say too because it's a Gunther match.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, I think this will mostly be because of Randy Orton not caring, but it's going to test Gunther to the max and make him hopefully pull something outside of his hat that he hasn't used in every fucking goddamn match of his 10 moves he has. This is definitely one I don't want to see Ludwig get involved at all. I mean, we haven't seen Ludwig actually on screen too terribly much.
I don't know.
But he doesn't need to be there.
He's had matches the past few weeks. He's had matches the last couple weeks.
He didn't have any yesterday.
He's been feuding with. Yesterday he did. He was on last week before, but he's had. I think last week was when he wasn't. But yeah, he's had a few matches. But I can't believe who he's been feuding with. But yeah, he's been around. There hasn't been. There hasn't been too much, but yeah, I don't think he'll get involved.
Stratton, so I don't blame him that he's not around.
He'll probably put his little Weasley head in somewhere. But
I don't want that solely for the integrity of the match. Like, let Gunther square off mano a mano, 1-on-1 against the Legend Killer, Viper, Randy Orton. And show if he can stand his ground, because if he doesn't, then just like at King of the Ring, there'll be that little asterisk of, but he's not able to beat Randy by himself. He didn't really pin Randy at King of the Ring. His shoulders were clearly not on the mat. But hey,
yeah, whatever. That's their storyline now. Now they're playing that one big now.
Well, they have to.
So
they have to. The entire WWE universe called them out the second it happened. Everyone went online. It's like, this is bullshit. It should have been Randy, and they had no choice but to go. The ref messed up royally here. Okay, that's what. Why don't we see Gunther carrying the crown? He had to do a backstage segment, basically saying, "I don't need this crown. This is nothing to me." They had to basically have him squash his accomplishment because it has to line up. The ref fucked up. The ref ruined all of it. He was a seasoned ref too, if I remember correctly. He wasn't someone we kind of sort of see. But,
yeah, I don't think so.
So we both have Randy. Is that what we said?
Yeah, we both have Randy.
All right. And then we have the final match of the night, which is going to involve the Bloodline, one way or another, with the Undisputed WWE Champion, Cody Rhodes versus Kevin Owens.
Yay, Cody. Yeah. I am not excited about this match at all. The fact that Cody's picking who he goes against, there's absolutely no storyline with him. It's fucking boring. Him and the Bloodline, okay, cool.
Yeah, I think you're just waiting for
Roman.
Yep.
And The Rock. I mean, yes, there's more Bloodline stuff to come, but
I don't want it to be Bloodline. Just let it be fucking Roman, or let it be The Rock. Leave. Goddamn, I'm so sick of
Bloodline.
Fucking Bloodline involved with Cody. Like at this point, since Cody's return, he's had 2 feuds. He's had Seth Rollins, and that's his memorable feud because he tore his fucking pec off. Memorable. Mm-hmm. And other than that, that's not really memorable because then he's been in the feud with the fucking goddamn Bloodline for the past 2.5 years. And it's done. It's overrated. He could have a feud with a wet paper bag and be more entertaining than the Bloodline. Especially with Solo being in charge of the Bloodline.
Who was the third that they had the longest time?
Cody wins, by the way. That's what we said.
Yeah. Okay. Randy is on Raw, correct? Or is he free agent?
He's technically SmackDown. He's over on Raw for right now to do the Gunther line because of King of the Ring. Only reason. He's a SmackDown superstar because he's with Kevin Owens, who's on SmackDown
until after this weekend. Yeah, and he becomes Raw.
And they'll have to trade him.
Yeah, no. They didn't trade Cody. They brought Jay over, and then Cody won. But that was like...
So they traded Jay for Cody.
Yes, but they didn't straight up do it.
Oh, yeah. They're not going to straight up do it with Randy either. They're going to say, oh, Randy has to be over on Raw. Oh, no, Jay has to go back to SmackDown to continue his Bloodline work.
Also, now he's the trade back and forth.
Unfortunately, yeah.
He's the bastard child that has to go. Okay, we're done with you. Go back over there. Go play. Go to the backyard now. We're done. The front yard boys are here. Here, go to the backyard. Your brothers and then your cousins are in the backyard. Go play with them. The grown folks are up front.
The adults are talking. Go away.
Run along. Jay's not going anywhere. I don't know what they're going to do with the Bloodline. But again, like you said, yes, they will be involved at some point. And it may be mid-match, maybe the end, once they're both worn out and they just go beat the hell out of both of them.
It's going to be the end. They serve no benefit to have them just cost the match early on. None.
Well, the match serves no purpose anyways.
Well, yeah, that's true. But I mean, like, there's to a degree of like saying KO doesn't deserve this, or KO believing he doesn't deserve this, but everybody else thinking he does. Okay, there's a storyline here, but a very weak one, but there's a storyline there. And then, we have Cody trying to supposedly pick, but also award those who deserve it, which I think is how we're going to get Randy Orton versus Cody down the line, if not, because Randy has the title. They do title.
So Randy just jumps back and forth.
Yeah, he's a whore.
Oh, okay.
No.
They don't need a damn title versus title.
Yeah.
There's no need for any of those matches.
But here's the thing, though. It's a safe match to have where it can show either Cody has surpassed the master, aka Randy, or Randy still has a leg up on Cody, setting up that future. So where if they say, hey, maybe let's give Randy the WWE title instead, have him drop the world, give him the WWE, boom, he has 16.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I kind of think that's not. I think that'll happen eventually, but I'm trying to figure out now with Netflix happening, SmackDown moving to USA in Raw or in October, Raw moving to Netflix in January. We know Netflix is going to be the more PG-13, and as from somebody's perspective said, it's going to be the more raunchy show, and they're blaming it right now on Liv and Dom. So I hope not in that aspect, but would Randy benefit more on Netflix or USA?
On Netflix.
Yeah, because
if he wants to go back into that dark spot, yeah,
yep.
He can go back into that dark spot that he had before. But because Cody won't benefit from Netflix.
Nope,
he has to be a draw for. Well, it's a ratings thing too, just for USA in general. Cody's going to probably more likely, in my opinion, draw more ratings in USA than he would on Netflix.
I mean, we'll never know. Netflix doesn't have to release that data.
I mean, but for tuning in wise, that's why I think it's a bigger draw. So I mean, that's what it'll be for that. But I don't care about this match. I want to see the Bloodline come on to beat the hell out of both of them, but I want to know if Hikuleo is going to eventually show up at all. Then at this point, does Roman come out too to help something? I don't know if you want to say help Cody, because I don't know if they want to have that of him aligning himself with Cody in any way.
I don't think they can do it in a manner, in a fashion in which he's not truly aligning himself. And he just has to be very clear of, I'm taking care of my family business. I'll get to you in a bit. It makes it's very he doesn't have to touch or harm Cody at all, but he can definitely have that death glare they had last time they met, and let him go handle business with his family. And just let it be know that, hey, when I'm done, you're next.
Yeah.
I don't think we'll see
Goldberg style.
I don't think we'll see Hikuleo here. I could see him coming back like Bad Blood, because that would be just in time for Survivor Series to kick off. I'm thinking more Jimmy. Still Roman coming out to beat the shit out of Solo.
You think Jimmy and Roman?
Well, Roman's already came back, so it doesn't matter. Jimmy returns, and then Roman comes out to kind of help. Or Roman goes out and gets his ass handed to him to a degree, and Jimmy comes out too. Even. But I think we're going to see Jimmy back before we see Hikuleo. And that's what we're going to see. We're going to have bloodline return. Or Samoan.
So that doesn't break it down at all.
Big fucking dynasty, okay?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if Jimmy shows up for a while. I don't know. I think you'll see Roman before you'll see Jimmy at the.
We've already seen Roman.
Oh, this weekend.
Oh.
This weekend.
Somewhere, some stadium pulled his image for a showing in September. I forget which one, but he was supposed to be there for September 6th, I believe it was. That's a Friday. But he was supposed to be there for the 6th, and they pulled his appearance. Now he's been replaced by somebody else. So that's why a lot of people are like, oh, I guess Roman's out for a little bit longer. Trying to sell the whole being destroyed by Solo. So I don't know. We'll tell. I'm not 100% sold on this PLE by any means. It's not one I'm gonna watch it live. Let's not twist my words. but it's not going to be one I'm going to pause if I have to walk away, or if my kids want to go to the park and it's not 107 degrees anymore, and we can go to the park, or if they want to go get, ice cream or ghost or whatever. If we have to leave, if I have to interrupt myself, it's not going to be that hard pressed when I'm like, oh, I missed part of it. Ooh.
Just saying this is not a priority in your life.
No. Not at
Yeah,
all.
no, I'm not. I'm not basing my day around it by any means.
I may even be doing a live stream. I'll be playing video games.
Yeah, no,
You'll just hear
I'll have it on my phone more likely.
My live stream, you better. Fuck.
Yep.
It's the least you could do. Support me in my endeavors.
No, I was talking about the pay-per-view.
That's rude.
On the pay-per-view on my phone.
It's a Premier Live event, but whatever.
It's pay-per-view.
So, well, that's that. So we shall see. Yeah. Tell us what you think. Otherwise, go check out our other podcast, Two Guys One Gamepad, where we have released a new episode every week, along with a huge video game update this week. Yeah. Let us know what you think, and we'll try to do a recap or a.
We'll put something together as a Fallout or something like that.
There we go.
One of those
Fallout. That's the word.
one of those things.
That's the word.
Yep, we'll see.
I'm
not going to be a banger
words.
one, but this should be a fairly mediocre. So I'll leave it at mediocre.
Gunther's on it, so it's not going to be great when we say that's the match of the night too. So just
no, it won't be a Sheamus banger by any means, but it'll be something of mediocrity. Junk. Yep. See, I got nothing else on this one. Hey, till the next one. Bye, bitch.